Now, the islands of St Kitts and Nevis have confirmed its first recovered case of COVID-19, leaving the number of active cases there now at 14. With a population of just 56,000, it is the smallest country in the Western Hemisphere and has reported no deaths from the virus. Tourism, of course, represents much of the country's income, but radical measures, including turning away cruise ships and restricting the inflow of tourists, appear to have showed the spread or slowed the spread of the virus there. We can go to Dr. Timothy Harris, Prime Minister of St Kitts and Nevis, who joins us live now. Thanks for joining us on BBC News. What is the situation there at the moment, Dr. Harris?
Well, at this moment today in St Kitts, we are observing a 24-hour lockdown. Tomorrow, we get back into a sense of more relaxation, where we will, in the day, allow for some flexibility of movement, and in the night, we return to the night curfews.
Just explain how how has the 24-hour curfew worked then? I mean, have people been kept in their houses, or have they been allowed out for shopping and essential supplies?
24-hour lockdown, no movement. The recommendation is that people stay within their home for that period of time. In the period of relaxed curfew, you are allowed to go to shops, pharmacies, and do the necessaries.
And how have people responded to that?
Well, it's a new way of living for us in St Kitts and Nevis. And I want to commend the discipline of the people of St Kitts and Nevis. They understand that we are in a changing world, a very difficult world, and each one has to play a part. So the response has been extremely good so far.
Is this because you have got the medical facilities on the islands to deal with a large outbreak? I mean, how many ventilators, how many intensive care units do you have there?
What I would say is that at this point, we are at the strongest position. We have adequate ventilators for this particular period of time. We have been able to invest in ventilators. So as we speak today, we have about 6 times the stock that we had before the arrival of COVID in St. Kitts and Nevis. Our health system is not being overwhelmed, and the reason is that we took strong measures early and we prepared well for this. But
tourism is the lifeblood, isn't it, of your economy? You'd be turning away cruise ships. What is the economic knock-on impact of this, and are you going to get any bailout?
Well, the economic impact in St. Kitts and Nevis has been as severe as it is for the rest of the world. Tourism is a large but not the only segment of the economy, and in that regard, we have had significant loss of jobs. However, because we had been managing the country well, we developed a significant financial surplus, and we were able, therefore, to do a stimulus in the region of $120 million, targeting at the victims of COVID-19 and setting a framework to get the country back to work soonest.
And when do you think that might be?
Well, of course, we are doing all within our power to get St. Kitts ready for when the world is ready for engagement. You are aware that some of our principal countries with which we engage for tourists, for goods, United States of America and Europe, they are basically now in a crisis situation. We have been fortunate, no deaths, no significant, no hospitalization at this point in time. And we are working a plan jointly in accordance with WHO rules to get our country back to work and ready for day one.
OK, well, Timothy Harris, Prime Minister of St Kitts and Nevis, we wish you the best with that. Thank you very much indeed for joining us here.